By pressing play, you've been transported to escape velocity, where the random and ridiculous thoughts expressed here do not reflect the views of the store or the employees. There will be no apologies for the things said today by your hosts and their guests. With that being said, enjoy the experience. This country already took enough from me.
Wow.
Shit, they gonna continue to take too.
Okay, with that, let's go ahead and jump right in. How's it going, everyone? Welcome to another episode of Escaping Podcast.
The best podcast in Colorado Springs when it comes to all things geek, nerdy, and everything in between.
And by everything in between, he means those minutes between ancient alien marathons. When's the next one? Will Giorgio be on it? Will his hair get bigger? Goddamn, I hope so. As always, I am Daniel. Sitting across from me is...
Kills for Show, a.k.a. the ebony keeps the longevity, baby.
And here with us again, as always...
I am Michelle, also known with no intro.
Oh, the no intro Michelle. It's, it's a classic and it keeps on moving. So today is our last entry into the Black History Month series.
Yes, it is.
How do you feel about that, Kelsey?
I feel good about it.
Yep.
Yeah, it's like, because every day is Black History. We just got to remember that, just like how we should treat everybody like every day is Christmas. You should always have that knowledge in your mind that Black people always contribute to this country every day.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I mean, I agree that just having a month for it is not the only time you should realize this stuff.
Exactly.
But we are still shedding some light on it right now because it is Black History. Today we are switching over to some female influencers in the media and in our lives. Kelsey's mom, she's fantastic.
Yes, she is.
Yeah.
You ain't even met her, but it's true.
She raised an amazing human. So.
Exactly. Oh, you have it because you never came to one of our barbecues. But then again, we just now kind of start kicking it again. So you definitely have to come through during the summer. Them bitches be popping. We're going to have cornhole this year because we about to get this UGA set. And then also you could get on that beer pong table and get that ass waxed. Because the truth is...
I better not flip cup, but I can get down with some
See, the table we got has these weird ridges on the side, so you can't. It's not built for flip cup. But then again...
So I need a new table.
Yeah.
Well, if you want to bring one, you can.
Yeah, because people could play beer pong on both ends.
Shit,
and then
we could just bring this table.
Could be going on at the same time.
No, not on the same table.
No. At the same time.
That is fucking chaotic. You know why it's chaotic. You see how I get down. I need my space. See, I'm used to open surroundings when I get my beer pong on.
It's wild. Like we just went out Saturday and played some beer pong, and the unholy whooping of asses that happened was terrifying.
Ooh, who lost?
Everyone, except for Ross and Kelsey.
Because I am
Roscoe won with his one eye.
This nigga made a trick shot with his shit closed. I've never seen that before in my life.
He closed his eyes. I heard dark whispers, and he shot it and sunk it. Not even hitting off the rim or anything. And it swooshed.
And so it's not everybody to shit.
Yeah.
And not even shitting on him. I was ready to sub his ass out too, because normally he doesn't play that well. But tonight he was in rare fashion, so I was like, I couldn't be mad at that.
There's a lot of pressure.
He kept doing this from the ground, pulling his energy from the earth. And
which is some bullshit, but then again, everybody in beer pong that has their own techniques.
Yeah, he kept warming up, and he'd have to get his whole body into it. It was wild.
Yeah.
I would make it better if I don't focus. I notice if I focus too hard that I always miss.
See, they were focused and they got it every time.
Oh, I got it, baby.
Everyone got really close to beating them, and then lost.
Yeah.
Yes.
So what did you lose, Dan? What did you lose?
My pride. I lost my confidence in myself. I lost. That's gone.
Do you need some counseling?
I don't want to talk about it, but I also feel like I should.
Okay.
It's to get it out there instead of just internalizing. And
I'll get the Kleenex.
I can tell you didn't have a black nanny because you're not used to getting that ass whipped by a black man.
I'm brown. I got my ass whipped every day.
By a chunkler?
No, by a belt.
Oh, not a Star of David?
No, just a belt.
Not the menorah?
No, a belt.
Dreidel.
Yeah, no dreidels, no menorahs,
sombrero?
No sombreros.
Okay,
just a old leather belt. And oh my god, yeah. The worst was that they wouldn't even hit your ass. They'd hit just above it and below it. And you're
right in the bone, the vertebrae?
In your calf.
And you're like, why? Just hit my butt. That's where I have the most meat.
Yeah.
Nigga, I got beat with a hairbrush one time, like the wood kind. That shit hurt like hell.
Mine was a fly swatter or a wooden spoon.
There was one time where I was...
A wire hanger fucked me up one time, too.
I assumed I was too old to get a spanking, and I told my mom she had to catch me. And I took off running, and this woman...
Your ass tripped?
No, in one motion, while running, pops her shoe off and chucks it.
Like Captain Boomerang?
Hit me right in the fucking face.
Yeah.
It was
Moms are
amazing.
ninjas. You can't challenge them.
No. And when they get that holy fucking rage... Yeah.
And if you get away from my mother, like she acts like everything's just passed over later. And then you come and sit next to her, and then she'll beat you.
And then she'll beat you. See? Yeah.
So do you got one of those Freddy Krueger ass whoopings? Like you did something, then you think they forgot, then you go to sleep, next thing you wake up, you're like, what the fuck? You wake up, you just getting your ass assaulted.
That's right.
But also, before we get into the subject, and being from the South, there's a lot of things that carried over from slavery. So we had these switches. If you listen to this shit, you know about switches. So you used to get told to go outside and pick your instrument of torture.
Yes.
Like, don't get you a little one, because they make you go out and get another one, then they'll braid that shit together and tear your ass up. Then make your ass take a bath.
The smaller ones hurt worse than the bigger ones, though.
Exactly. Oh, Lord.
Yeah, because the girth on it is a lot, but then with the small ones, it goes right with the wind, and like it slices into you a bit.
Yeah.
Move your hand.
Yeah. I found out at one point.
They keep adding a whipping every
I'm
time
like,
your hand blocks
and you be
it.
out there for like 10 minutes. Like, I'm like, if I come out there and pick up a log, you better hurry up and find one.
I found out years later, my dad didn't actually spank my sister Jessica.
Word.
Like he just would hit the bed because that was his favorite kid.
And
And I'm like, you beat the fuck out of me.
you're a boy,
Well, yeah, my father never physically disciplined my sister and I because that was my mom's job.
I
He
get
would just
that.
give us the speech.
I get that too, because I don't have any kids, but my fictitious children, I don't discipline them.
Yeah.
Well, not the girls. I don't.
I think the force is very different. So.
No, I see. Me as a parent, if I ever had kids, it would all be mental. Psychological
'Cause that doesn't
warfare.
cause issues.
Yeah, no. I'm not gonna lay a hand on them. Yeah. I won't have to.
Just traumatize them mentally.
Yeah. That's the type of parent that I be on too, like some Dr. Doom.
That's right.
Some mind manipulation.
And they would know. They would know every time. Like, oh fuck, I fucked up.
Word.
Let's go ahead now that we've bullshitted around for a while. Let's get into today's topic. How you guys doing?
Good.
I mean, I don't want to hear any more stories because we just went on a 10-minute tirade.
That's why I love
Pretty
having a
good.
podcast.
Can't complain today.
Yeah.
Can't. Woke
So-
up, felt good, doing good.
Nice.
Yeah.
All the good.
All the good.
All the good.
I could always use more sleep, but you know.
All right.
If I didn't have to wake
Take
up,
what
I
I get.
wouldn't. So
Sometimes sleep is the devil.
that's great and everything. Let's jump into it because I feel it's going on another rant.
Hell yeah.
So today we're talking about some influential women of color. Michelle, go ahead and start us off. Who's someone that you picked?
I picked Regina King.
Oh,
Very well known.
Dr. Manhattan.
Yeah.
The new Dr. Manhattan.
Wait,
No.
could possibly, because we don't know.
Well, Sister Night for now.
Yes.
Sister Night.
Yes.
Hey.
Yeah, so she was born
The
in
scrambled
LA,
egg
California.
herself.
Yes.
Yes.
Started her acting career in 1985. So Todd Bridges' mom was her acting coach. Yeah.
Whoa.
And kind of was there for her even when she started her show
227
227, which I haven't seen.
with Jack A.
So you've seen it?
Oh yeah, I'm black. I grew up watching that shit.
Well, it came out the year you were born.
I know I'm black, and it's not a lot of black shows, so that shit got
Yeah.
put in syndication and reran
Oh,
all
okay.
the time.
Yeah.
It's like growing up and watching like Different World or
Yeah.
Cosby or
And she
something like
stayed
that.
Yeah.
on the show till it ended.
What's happening?
And
What's
then
happening?
kind of in between the 90s and kind of where you see Regina King now, she was in Boys in the Hood.
Yeah.
Friday. A lot of the smaller roles, the wife of Cuba Gooding Jr. and Jerry Maguire. And now you kind of see her more mainstream, especially after the Jerry Maguire role.
Yeah.
Exactly, because she had 7 Seconds on Netflix as well, which is still on my
Yes.
list. I still need to watch that.
Oh,
She's a
it's
tremendous
phenomenal.
actress.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, she always keeps a job. Wasn't she on The Leftovers as well?
Yes.
Yeah, I didn't watch that shit.
Yeah.
But word.
So on the
Super
Leftovers, she was
talented.
on the
Yeah.
last 2 episodes. Her daughter was the one who joined the cult willingly, and the mom's trying to emotionally understand why. And then, obviously we have Watchmen, 2019.
Yeah, which was just Kelsey said it the best. Low key, one of the blackest shows on TV, and it was amazing. That's when I first found out about the
Black Wall Street.
Black Wall Street.
Without like it throwing in your face, like yo, we're black and like no.
So an interesting
you just
fact
touch on
is,
it.
Damon Lindelof,
Yes.
Lindelof.
yeah,
Showrunner.
the executive producer
Yeah.
and creator, actually had said in an interview that he normally doesn't do shows with the same actors all the time. And he did Leftovers.
Oh, so
And
previously
then-
he'd worked with.
Yeah, but he said for him, even in exec meetings, like talking about Sister Night, he had already pictured Regina. He even said instead of saying Angela, he kept saying Regina.
That's
Word.
so.
That's dope.
I mean,
when you have someone that you've worked with so perfect for the role and you got it in your head, if you were to cast anyone else, it would be like a slap in the face, a disservice.
definitely, yeah. I mean, and she. I think the best thing about an actress is their acting, the way they express their emotions in a movie or show.
Yes.
And they can get you to feel that exact emotion. I mean, I recently watched If Beale Street Could Talk, where she plays the daughter's mother. And it's about this couple. And this came out 2018. She actually got an award for supporting actress.
Oh.
Yeah. But this couple started falling in love, and he was arrested because this lady said she was raped by a black guy. Well, he didn't commit it because, it's obviously they showed the distance where they would have had it have happened.
Well, and that's also a real life thing that happened all the time.
Yeah. So, yeah, it definitely touches on real life subjects, and she always plays with her emotions fully in, 100%.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah. And
I mean, that was really apparent in Watchmen. You see her do all this stuff, and just her face, it expresses so much
yeah.
there.
And I think the reason I believe she's influential, I mean, she was also in 2019's Time Magazine as 100 influential people. But I would have to say that she also shows other black actors that you don't have to be a stereotype.
No, she plays a lot of different roles.
All across the board. I mean, she's even done some voice acting for Boondocks. Yeah.
Yes.
One of the
Riley
best
and
shows.
Huey Freeman.
Yes.
Because I thought you weren't going to bring that up because I was ready to jump on that shit. Like, hold on now.
Yeah.
We got to talk about that Boondock.
Yeah. No, she
She
definitely
played
does.
Uncle Ruckus.
No.
No.
That was Smart
The
Brothers.
two-
Yeah.
The little boys. The little boys. The Mellow Boys. And in Ant Bully, the animated movie.
I never saw that movie and I don't care to.
Yeah, I never saw it either, but yeah, she's doing some voiceover. And, the most accomplishing thing is with her acting career, she made her own production company. So Royal Ties Production Company is the name of it. And they just signed a huge deal with Netflix last year.
So you're going to get more like original stuff on there that's released.
Correct.
Okay.
Her movies, her shows, her sister's kind of...
Adam Sandler got one of those deals and he's
Here.
still making fucking money.
Yeah.
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 I can't believe that.
Yeah.
I'd rather watch Virginia.
It shows, like, even if some movies aren't great, people will watch it. Yeah.
Okay. Kels, who's someone you picked today?
Someone. I'm glad you asked that.
Which woman did you pick?
Oh, so we just picking women now. That's how we doing it?
Yeah, last week we did it.
Which is wild because if you listen to where the captions at,
I'm just saying they could choose themselves. Like, why do I have to pick one? They are people. They're not fruit to be manhandled. Jesus dang, it's 2020.
bro. I need to take a
2020.
long look in the mirror. You're right.
Exactly.
Yeah. This is. I'm gonna go do that right now.
I'm asking you to change your ways.
You should.
But no, I want to talk about. Can I not? So I want to talk about Michelle.
It is your month.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You've got like what?
36 hours left in
I
it?
was gonna say yeah. We're almost done.
Word. All right, and then it's back to the back for the blacks.
Yeah.
Word. But I want to talk about Nichelle Nichols, known to most as Uhura from Star Trek, and that name means actually freedom in Swahili.
Yeah, but they were in space, so it probably just means Uhura.
No, it still means freedom in Swahili, but hopefully in the future, that information is still recorded,
Right.
and learned from. But yeah, she was in the original Star Trek series back in the day, with William Shatner and Leonard Nimoy.
Very, very gassy man, William Shatner.
George Takei.
Oh my God.
All those guys. And her role on that was like the communication officer, expert on the bridge. And it was like one of those roles that's very important in the black community because it's like one of the first time like there was a black character portrayed like positively on like a very popular show back then too, and it also garnered the first interracial kiss ever on television.
Oh, yeah.
Between her and Kirk. So that was very like monumental. Like, first off, kissing on TV back then just because the status
huge,
was like wasn't that thing that was very popular because it was kind of more sensitive in that sense. Like, you know, we don't want to show kissing because that's too like
that's
risque.
How babies are made.
Yeah, that's how babies are made. And it's back in the era when people were still sleeping in separate beds and all that type of weird shit.
If she kisses his mouth, his next thing is probably his dick.
Yes. Yes.
Old sensibilities.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. And with that being said, they also showed a lot of black people that can pursue their dreams and also put into the minds of a lot of people that were growing up, like they could go to space. Like space was cool, like sci-fi was cool, and a lot of like black actresses and other black geeks were like, yo, that was my first foray into the media, and it's because I saw a woman that looked like myself on screen doing something like this. So that translates,
huge,
it translates to a generation because it's hard for you to think you can fly if you never seen anybody fly before.
And then R. Kelly sang a song about it.
Yes, before. Well, I can't say before he was nasty, but
he was probably a little
From the
kid,
beginning.
you know, being nasty.
And I'm glad he can't fly because we be in a lot of golden showers.
I was gonna say, can you imagine? Jesus Christ!
Butterscotch raindrops.
You'd have to put umbrellas over the middle schools.
She also did some voiceover work for Gargoyles, the animated series.
Oh yeah, she did.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. That's what's up. Which character was you? Is she the female one?
No, she was the female's mother.
Oh, the female gargoyle's mother or the detective?
Detective.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
And that's one thing too. That detective was Latina too, so that was kind of interesting too. Yeah. Even on the cartoon shows, just knowing it's like she's not like the other characters.
It's been so long since I've watched it. I don't remember their names.
But that shit is on the Disney Plus app, and that's cool too because you had her playing Aurora back in the day. Then translate to the future, you have Zoe Saldana, another woman of color. She's half Puerto Rican, half Dominican.
Sometimes green.
And sometimes green too. She's Gamora in Guardians of the Galaxy, and she actually was in the Avatar. Not Last Airbender, but the blue one. But it's
the one that it's, supposedly has like 7 sequels coming in the next 2 years.
Never like it's like the Snyder cut.
Nickelodeon realized the first one failed. They're
yeah, they're like, and he's like, no, I've got them all made.
Yeah,
like you just gotta wait for them. Like,
it's gonna come. Just like all these DC movies.
They'll get a reboot. It'll get a
reboot. Those Blue Beetle fans. That one for you too, buddy.
You can't use them in the TV show, but just wait.
You get the Asian one and the white one. What is it? Jorge and
Jaime.
Jaime and
that's racist.
No, it's Jorge.
No, it's Jaime.
I'm saying it rhymes though. Does it not?
Rhyming doesn't make it.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Says who? Since I'm the only designated rapper here, I'm gonna veto all of that shit.
Oh my god. Who was it? Was it Johnny?
Yes, I do.
Johnny Cochran who said,
if it doesn't fit, you must have quit.
Yep, if it doesn't fit, you must have quit.
And that's how he won that shit.
You rhyme and you get away with it.
He's spitting.
This reminds me of when TJ used to be on the show, and you and him would just start rhyming back and forth.
The other thing
and I wanted to shoot
was
myself.
like you have to like spread your fingers out before you put them in the glove, and then it's like, don't.
And have another glove on first. That little micro millimeter of texture.
Will make a difference.
The key is to get stung by a bee or hit your hand a lot, so it starts to swell, and you're like, "That's not my."
Or eat a lot of pork rinds.
Yes.
Hell yeah. But also
don't take our advice for committing crimes.
I actually think we're the best at giving advice for committing crimes.
Exactly, because I make sure you won't get caught, baby. They have a whole show on ABC called How to Get Away with Murder.
I'm not associated with Kelsey.
Because basically every show that shows a killer getting caught, in retrospective, is showing you all the ways not to.
Yes.
So just follow all those steps that they did not take. Similar to Regina King's character Riley on Boondocks when he was selling the motherfucking candy bars. He's like, I watch all the drug movies. I know where to go wrong and how to prevent that.
Yeah.
I mean, with all the Netflix documentaries now, we none of us would get caught. I say that, and I would get caught.
Correct.
Yeah.
One picture has 1,000 eyes on it, and all eyes see different things.
I'd still come visit you and tell you nice try.
Oh, yes. Thank you. Yeah.
Yeah, and since we were on the subject of Star Trek, another prominent black woman in geekdom would be Whoopi Goldberg. She played a character named Guinan on Next Generation. She was like the bartender / counselor, low key for Picard. And if you listen to a previous podcast, I definitely have mentioned her before. Like, Whoopi is Whoopi, Sister Act, all those other things.
Sister Act 2 is still one of my goddamn favorite movies of all time.
Lauryn Hill.
If you want to be somebody, if you want to go somewhere, you better wake up and pay attention to Whoopi
Respect
Goldberg.
Jesus and She-Hova always.
And then it's one of those scenes too, like in the movie.
And it was like one of those scenes too with Whoopi, like she's a geek too, and she feels very passionate about the arts in general because she has an EGOT. If you don't know what an EGOT is, that's an Emmy, a Grammy, a Tony, and an Oscar. She won all 4 of those awards. And
used in a sentence, it's he got away.
I see what you did there.
Yes.
But it's like one of those things too, like just for her being black and a woman, she had to face all these struggles coming up just to pave the way so other people could follow in her footsteps and have an easier path to
Absolutely.
that. And what I liked about her... Oh, go ahead.
Oh, no. I was just going to say, I think that's great for everything she's done. I kind of lost a little respect when she joined The View.
Whoa. You was not going to come here and insult The View, because The View is what I do every morning. I respect those women and their opinions. I might not agree with them, but I respect the fact they are on TV and they're giving their point of views.
Oh, that's why they named
it. And
Whoopi
is the only thing that can rouse those women, because they be going off the rails.
The View is like a menopausal rant.
And no. It's when you start watching Dr. Oz, you got to take a hard look at yourself and say, "What am I doing with my life?"
I can't deal with Dr. Oz and his.
Ain't nothing wrong with a bunch of women talking about shit. I'm okay with that. But what I like the most about her character is, like, after a long, hard day at the office, Picard was just like, I need a fucking drink. It's like, what can I get for you, Captain? Even though they have a replicator on the ship, he could literally get whatever he wanted. But like, no, because it's about the company, and he knew she was always going to keep it real. And she does that, which a lot of black people have been depicted in that way as the magical Negro. Like, we solve problems because we was here first, so we seen all the problems in the world. So we got a type of sense into that. But also you can think about it too, going back into the older days when they had the mammy, the black woman taking care of the kids.
I'm sorry I offended you with the vagina monologue.
Oh no, you did. I love vaginas. I like to hear them talk. I'm not gonna get into all of that though. But I say that for where the captain's at. But it's like one of those roles like black people play a lot in communities of being very sage and wise. Yeah. Especially when you see it depicted in other forms of media too. So when you have like an older black person in your life, you know they're always going to be real with you. You might not agree with them, but they're always going to come from a place of earnesty. Yeah. And they just want to see you do an experience too. Like, yo, I've done that. I've been there. Because like I try to explain to my white friends, like, it's different being white and you're just working. But when you're black and you're working and you just have older black people, like, keep up the good job, young man. I like to see a young brother working. You know, keep your head on. One day, because they come from a time where you couldn't get a job. Yeah. They wouldn't give you a job. So they just have to they automatically have that respect for you because you're doing something positive with your life and not being something that people expect you to be. And now that I'm older, when I see like young black kids like working, I'm just like, all right, young man, like, you're doing the job, you're doing it right. You're being what we all should be. And that's a good person. Yep. And also, Whoopi Goldberg voiced Gaia on Captain Planet. Gaia. The spirit of the earth. And she assembled the Planeteers. They gave them their power rings so they could summon Captain Planet so they could fight crime, pollution, and all that good shit. And I reference this cartoon all the time because I was a TV kid growing up. And that's one of the reasons why today I really don't fuck with littering. I'm all about protecting the earth because it was instilled at me in a way as a kid, like, no, that is wrong, this is why. We don't want shit to go awry. And if you're a polluter, you're a bad guy. And I don't want to be a bad guy. I just want to be a black guy, not a black guy and a bad guy, because that's just giving more reasons to not like you.
It better be hilarious.
Yeah, somebody I knew, when the first Captain America film came out, and I was talking about how excited I was about the Captain America film, they were like, yeah, I love that cartoon growing up and all the rings put together. It took everything.
You're about to be very disappointed by this movie.
And I just said, okay.
Cool story.
Yo, but
they go and they're watching like, why isn't he blue? Yeah. Why the fuck isn't he blue?
Where are the kids?
Yeah, there's a lot more Nazis in this than I remember.
Heart ring. And also too, there was more Star Trek synergy on that shit too, because LeVar Burton also voiced Kwame, which I mentioned a lot of times was one of those first male black figures that was in a leadership position as a kid that I saw with my eyes. Also another Star Trek alum, Avery Brooks, that played Captain Sisko. Like, this all connected together via sci-fi and geekdom.
Yeah.
And these women played a pivotal role in that and in my life. So that's why I choose to watch The View, because I watch Whoopi, because like, yo.
I'm not going to give you too much of a hard time. It's
No, it's fine. You can. America does it every day.
Wow.
So that's why I respect Whoopi. That's why I like her point of view. It's not a hot take. It's the only take. Yeah.
You know what they say about the truth.
It is written.
I'm a woman and I'm not that bitchy.
But some are, and it's okay, because I get it.
I don't.
Word.
Get your emotions under.
Sometimes you can't. Especially when y'all cycling together and shit.
They're not cycling. They're like postmenopausal.
Yeah.
Megan Young. She our age. What you talking about?
Oh, but she's the only one.
See?
Nobody's syncing with that.
I would.
Oh my God.
Sorry to the View.
No, I just sound like my woman BBW.
Yeah.
All right, The View. If you have listeners listening in,
Actually, yeah. The ladies of The View are actually our target demographic.
Yes.
oh, okay.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Whoopi listens. Did you not know that?
Whoopi knows.
Whoopi tweeted us once.
Well, she would like my point of view.
I don't know. She actually, when you came on the show, she messaged me and she's like, I don't know, Daniel. And I was like, Whoopi, you trust me. It's your old friend Daniel here. You trust me on this.
That's why I take cues from trying
And
to
then
like
you were like, let me ask Michelle if she cares.
Yeah.
And then I said no.
and then Whoopi told me she respected you for that.
Yes.
Yeah, it was weird because it all happened.
Great
yeah. Whoopi's actually listening and she's like, I didn't say any of that shit.
Just because you don't want to be on the boat don't mean we're going to let you drown, girl. That's what that means.
So, the one I picked today was one of the ones I picked today was Lupita Nyong'o.
Yes.
She is
a badass.
A badass. Oh my God. Yeah. So she was born March 1st, 1983, and she's got dual citizenship in Kenya and Mexico. She's Kenyan Mexican, which I did not know. Yeah.
Fascinating.
Right? Yeah.
To say the least.
So you might know her most importantly from Us, or she was Okoye. No. She was
Nakia.
Where is it? Is it Nakia?
Yeah, it's Nakia.
Okay. So yeah. She was in Us. She was in Black Panther. She voiced Mowgli's wolf mom in Jungle Book.
Oh, she did.
Yes, she did.
And I love that twist, or that way they decided to focus a little more on the wolf aspect of Mowgli being in the pack. And when Shere Khan, voiced by Idris Elba, came up and just ate that alpha wolf and threw that nigga off the mountain, I was like, oh shit, this movie is legit.
Yeah.
I did not expect that shit. Like, this definitely ain't the Disney version. That shit got real.
So she's had a lot of great roles.
12 Years a Slave.
12 Years a Slave.
Little Monsters on Hulu.
She was even in a Broadway show, Eclipsed. And she was in the sequel trilogy of Star Wars as Maze.
The one that wanted to smash Chewie.
Yeah.
She wanted all that Wookiee in the
Oh,
movie.
dude. She was coughing on some hairballs. But I really liked her performance in Us. It was great seeing her do both of those roles.
Yeah.
It was a terrifying experience.
When I was a little girl.
I've met people and they were like, I've met people that were like, I didn't really understand the movie. And I was like, oh.
You ain't got to understand the shit to like it.
Yeah, exactly. But I don't think it was that hard of a concept to understand.
No, I mean,
but you're talking to people who are geeks that also watch anime and sci-fi and things
that's
that
true.
outside the normal realm of thinking.
Yeah.
Like, I got it, but then it was just little caveats like, who put clothes on these motherfuckers?
Yeah.
Hands Across America are like clones
across
like
America. It was almost like a
America.
shape-shifting kind of
Right.
environment.
And if like whatever you do to Taylor do, like what if you just running? Or are they just literally just running? You're jumping like
yeah. I mean,
it was like one of those things too. Like you kind of have to not think about certain things too much.
Yeah.
Or it's just like it all just falls apart.
Well, yeah, it's any of those movies, where you're like, there's going to be plot holes all over the place.
Exactly.
Oh, yeah.
Especially in horror movies,
Yeah.
But this one was so well done, and just the duality of the people playing both roles.
Oh yeah.
The guy who played M'Baku.
Yeah.
And
Winston Dunst.
That sounds right.
Yeah, it's close. No, Winston Duke. I think it's
yes. But just finding out that she was, actually the tethered girl who got out, and oh man,
spoiler.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Jordan Peele is a phenomenal director. I mean, between The Twilight Zone, Get Out.
Are you watching those?
No, I haven't.
Oh, they're amazing.
Yeah.
Oh, so you've been watching.
So
you've been fucking with Picard and Discovery.
Not Picard yet.
Okay.
I'm waiting for that to all be
Me
out
too,
so I can binge
get it for free for a week and binge it all.
I would never go on record saying that there are places you could watch it for free already. Word. I would definitely not tell anyone to use losmovies.sh. I would never say that. That's not me.
Never ever.
That's not my character. I'm not here to
hope not.
Yeah. I don't want the people to malign me in that way.
Word. But no, because I think Winston Duke and Lupita, I think they went to college together as well too, so they knew each other before Black Panther, and that's how they kind of got the role too in Us. And the thing too about Us, like what I love about it too, like it was so in plain sight that she was switched. But the fact that you're so immersed in the story that you're not trying to think about the obvious, like what's the of course.
Yeah.
Ah, man.
Well, I mean, okay. So going on Us, I just there's one thing I didn't understand, and I mean I get it, but like everyone's sperm count had to be exactly the same to get people that look just like themselves, and same height, same facial.
I missed that part.
No, they didn't say it.
Oh, okay, I'm like
that's just where my mind went. Because think about it. She had both the kids, and they looked exactly like the kids, and everyone looks exactly like they're a tethered person.
Yes,
which means in that universe, their sperm count and their sperm had to be the exact same one that made it in all the right way to get to the egg to make the person.
Okay, I got what you're saying now.
Yeah, that's wild.
So it might be like they're tethered. We're tethered cellular. We're tethered on a subatomic level to the point where if you release yourself, to put it
release yourself.
Yeah, if you release yourself, to put it lightly, if there are any kids watching, that means your tether will also be released.
Kids listen to this show?
Some of them do.
No.
Some kids. I know a lot of young women. And like I said, like if you release yourself, that means your tether will also lose that atomic bond that you don't have anymore either. So maybe that's how it operates.
Maybe.
So she's done a lot of good work. She's amazing. I actually can't wait to see what she does next. But
Black Panther 2?
Do you think she'll be in it?
Of course. Why would she not be?
Because they do that thing where there's a love interest introduced, and then in the next movie, it's kind of gone.
Well, they're black, and Ryan Coogler's coming back. So she has to be introduced so they could bring in Storm later. So she either have to die or turn into Malice, like in the comic books. They'll give us another villain, and plus bring up that little dynamic between the two. That's how they kind of... Just like how they touch upon in Ta-Nehisi Coates' latest run of Black Panther, because when they came back from space and all that, Storm's like, yeah, I get it, you was in space, you had this thing, I wasn't there, time travel, blah blah blah.
Yeah,
and now they back, and her and Nakia had to have that like that conversation, that face to face, like, all right, we get it.
Well, and it'll be interesting to see if she comes back as a villain, just like when I was in Wakanda.
It is not gonna be forever.
Yeah.
Cut the strings that tie us together.
Wakanda for never.
Oh,
see, I could write it.
The sunken place.
Atlantis.
Are you guys about to write this now?
No, I'm about to talk about the sunken place, as in Wakanda will be when they drop Namor, if they even go in the way of the Phoenix Five, which I highly doubt they ever do.
Have they even casted a Namor?
No, they haven't, because they're not sure when he's gonna come into the landscape of the MCU. But we know they're coming. But rumors is Atlantis is gonna be introduced in the Eternals movie as being one of those ancient civilizations.
Okay,
Started to plant the seeds even more firmly, and they think about what speculations are. They're talking about casting an Asian dude for the role of Namor.
Yeah.
Because a lot of times he's depicted as Asian, but then 9 times out of 10 I don't really see him Asian, but I see it though.
Yeah. Right.
I think his dad was like Japanese. Though.
I think so.
Yeah.
And he fucked a fish.
But what throws me off is the McKenzie, his last name. It's Namor McKenzie. I was like, that's not very Asian. But that's maybe being closed-minded at the same time.
It might be.
You can always get a different last name, but it's like that's one of those things. Word.
So another person I picked today was Janelle Monáe. I don't know if you guys are familiar with any of her stuff.
Tightrope.
Have you seen her Bad Computer music videos?
No, but I listened to that album that
No,
the
I
song
haven't.
on. It was fantastic.
Yeah, no. So it's a bunch of music videos that are the songs, and it's her getting her memories erased and being like forced to conform, and it's Tessa Thompson is in it as her love interest.
It's a whole anthology of videos.
Well, it all goes together. It's one video that has all of her songs, and each one of her memories is a different one of the songs.
Okay, all right.
It's so good. She had a lot of creative input on it, and she's just fucking fantastic.
So it's basically her visual album, basically her Lemonade, like how Beyonce
yes,
dropped
absolutely.
Word. So,
but better.
Okay.
I don't know.
No, it's fine. Like, I'm not gonna knock that. I'm just saying, like, word. Like,
Lemonade felt very. It was good, and it was big, but it felt a little more straightforward than what Bad Computer was.
Word.
Because with that one,
he fucked with Lemonade. Okay.
Oh yeah. No, it was great. It was great. But Bad Computer, the way it goes about it, it's really cerebral. The colors, the cinematography in it is just goddamn incredible. Again, I would never tell anyone to roll up a fat blunt and smoke it while watching it. That's not me.
Yeah.
But you should do that.
Or get a ball, an Eddie.
There you go. Yeah.
Some hookah and some shit. Dab it.
Be in a different state of mind.
Yeah.
Or an elevated state.
It's a whole thing, and it gets a little trippy. And like I said, Tessa Thompson's in there as her love interest. And it's kind of a spoiler. You see the memories of her, and then when Tessa Thompson is reintroduced, she's also been re-educated, and she's like, "No, hey, whoa, it's me," and it's this weird betrayal, but it's fucking fantastic.
Yeah.
Word.
Awesome. I think for me, another option was or another pick for me was Zazie Beetz.
Oh, she's yeah.
Yeah. She's awesome. I mean,
tell me about that. Her.
2016.
Who is she?
To be honest, that's when I first recognized her, and that was the Atlanta show. She plays
Great
Vanessa,
fucking
Ern's
show.
girlfriend, on and off.
Modern day classic.
Yeah, and that dry humor she has, and that kind of carried over into Deadpool. Where
Yes.
She is.
No, absolutely.
Yeah, and everybody and myself was kind of skeptical about how she was going to play out as Domino.
You were.
Yeah, I was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just agreeing with you. Because we talked about that.
Yeah, and I was like, I don't know how this is going to play out. Is this the Domino I really want? Once I saw the film, I was like, it makes so much sense. Her dry humor matched so well with Ryan Reynolds' Deadpool.
That's not a power. Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
Yeah.
And then that scene where everything's kind of going wrong and she gets all the right timing, right place.
She's lucky.
That's the best way to
She's so
showcase
lucky.
Domino's power,
She's a star, but she cries.
And then she hopped universes and went over to DC.
Night thinking.
We don't have the rights to that song, so we're gonna.
What song?
Oh.
They were like, with his singing voice, we can't distinguish what he was
That's
singing.
right. So in Atlanta, there's a scene with her that I really enjoy where she went out the night before, she smoked some weed, and then she's trying to get Paperboy to help her out, and then she's like, well, do you have any weed? I got fired, and just her boss when it's so shitty, and I've seen it a few times in like real life where someone pretends to be cool. No, that was season 1.
I thought it was season 2 where she tried to go, like, she had that whole fucked up day.
And then she went out with her friend.
Yeah.
That was season 1.
Okay.
And then her boss is like, oh, I'm cool. Oh, yeah, we all smoke weed. But since you told me.
Yeah.
And then when she hugs her, she's like, ooh, you are loud today. It's like, fuck you. Fuck you.
Baskin Robbins always knows. But here, you can have one more before you go.
Yes, right.
And then she, like I said,
get it.
she jumped universe and went to DC. She was the neighbor to Joker.
She was the imaginary woman.
No, she was real.
She was
real, but the
what he did
interactions
with her was imaginary.
No, that shit had me all thrown. Because Paperboy was in that shit too. And he's in Eternals as well. But that had me throw. Cause I'm like, yo, is it that easy to get a woman? What am I doing wrong?
Yeah. We're there watching it, and he's like, what?
Yeah.
Like, what
We're like, why is she letting him? Okay.
Yeah.
She's laughing at his jokes and shit. Like, they canoodling
And then
shit.
when you see his psyche break down, you're like, oh, shit.
Oh, right.
That moment when she walked in, I'm like, what the fuck are you doing? I was like, wait, what you mean? Like, you just,
Oh.
this nigga crazy.
The future for her that I'm excited about is she's in 9 Days. So that was premiered at Sundance on January 27th.
What's that one
Which
about?
you were there for.
Yes, I was. I was there for the Sundance Festival.
What's that one about?
Weird festival.
So it's actually a character. He's there and he's interviewing souls.
Oh.
And he's trying to figure out who is worthy of coming back in the next life as a baby.
Wow.
Oh,
but
shit.
we're not talking like Mr. Peanut coming back in the next life with all your memories, right? Yeah. Okay. Cool.
So she's one of the souls, and she'll be in that film.
That's fantastic.
Sony just bought it, so we'll see when that's going to come out.
Okay. What else has she been doing? Anything else you want to talk about Zazie?
No, I think that was kind of it. Yeah.
There's one other woman that we must mention because she's done a lot. Yes, I understand. Being that rich, you're not going to be stressed out. But Oprah goddamn Winfrey.
Yeah.
Like, there's an...
What she got to do with geek shit?
She's just a woman of color who...
Oh, see... I didn't know we were talking about all women of color. I thought we was keeping it geek centric.
It's my honorable mention.
Okay, all right.
Does that make sense?
Right.
Yeah.
No, that's fine. I'm
just because there's an interview. Well, not an interview, but she did do one of her shows in the Deep South when there was a lot of heated racism, and early on, I don't know if you guys have seen.
Wait, was?
Yeah, no, it's all done now. No, we fixed it. We beat racism.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Damn.
2020.
I'm late to that.
Yeah,
shit.
yeah.
Damn. I'm 2000 and late.
Yeah, and we're 3000 and now. So there's an interview where she's down there, and she is in the fucking knee deep in there in a hotbed, and all these white people are watching her like angry, and just how she handles herself was amazing. She's like, "Do you hate me because my color?" And they're like, "Well, no, ma'am, but you don't belong here, and we sure appreciate it if you did leave." And I don't know. I have a weird respect for Oprah, but it's also the same kind of respect I have for like Martha Stewart. You know?
Yeah.
How can you hate on Martha? She a thug.
All right. I mean, she did her time.
Martha's pretty phenomenal.
Yeah, she
her
is
baking
dope.
recipes are great.
Word.
But Oprah, the same
Done
way,
for you.
she started her own network. She helps out people all the time, and I get it. People are like, "Oh, if I had that money, then I would be able to be stress free." Sure, but she also earned her way there.
No, that's straight. Like, more money, more problems, Biggie. Like, just because you have money doesn't mean life necessarily is easier in every angle. Because if you got something and people know you got something, there's a target on your back. And if you a person like me that's paranoid and suffers from anxiety, I'm not gonna overstate this, but has anxiety. That's one of the things.
Speak your truth.
That's the only things you always are concerned about is the fact that people might come for you because you're so noticeable. They might try to get you for what you got, and especially being black, and we see how we treat each other in our own community, and especially when the government has already not been for you and yours. So now that you have the money and the power to do better for those, you got to make sure you rub people the right way. So maybe that's why she was cool with Harvey.
Rumors are true?
Because if she knew if she was beefing with him, they might have came for her in some angles. Because we don't know what goes on behind the scenes.
We have no idea. Meetings. Yeah.
Do you think the rumors are true? That her husband's not really her husband.
She's not married. That means just her dude.
Yeah.
They're not married. Like
it's a cover up.
No. For her being lesbian, I think he'd be beaten. Just because you're a woman doesn't mean that you have to be married or have to be in a relationship. That's a society.
A lot of people have said
Speak that truth, Kelsey.
Yeah, like
a relationship.
Yeah, but that's the thing too. But stepman is the stay-at-home boyfriend. She don't want to be married. But if Oprah is a lesbian, I would think she would have came out because Ellen's living her best life. So if Oprah came out as a lesbian, she'd be fucking fine. But no, I respect that. Like, you don't have to be what people tell you to be. Just like people talk about marriage, but they don't say shit about the niggas in Utah with 30 wives and shit. So don't sit here and tell me about what marriage is when we got a whole state when they're like, nah, marriage could be fun. Especially when we got 3 of these hoes. 4, 5, 6, a whole...
I don't know how that's fun.
Yeah, you can be a harem king.
Like, oddly enough, there's no reverse polygamy where it's like one lady and 12 husbands.
Yeah.
No. There is.
Tell me about it.
Brazzers. There's a whole video. Like, yo.
You know that's not real and they don't actually love each other.
It's real if you believe it, baby. They call alternate time. It's called multiverse. So if you think it is true. So there's a universe when you just can live your best life. and get all the meats like Arby.
So, Illuminati Oprah is my honorable mention.
Word.
Do y'all have any honorable mentions?
I want to honorable mention.
Mine would be Tina Turner. If we're going off topic.
Oh, okay, yeah. Well, okay. So, what about Tina Turner turns you on?
You know, she came out.
I hate the way I said that. Let me try that again.
Yeah.
What about Tina Turner turns your dials?
You know, I think she gets the respect that she gets, but at the same time, I think she's kind of underrated next to in the 80s with Whitney Houston and, you know, other singers of that time.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
But yeah, definitely Tina Turner. I mean, she kind of paved the way for some of our classic remakes.
No, absolutely, yeah. And I get it, Whitney Houston got a better deal.
Yeah.
But then there's also the Ike
She was the
of it all.
underdog.
Yeah.
Where my honorable mention is going to be Karen Ashley, a.k.a. Aisha Campbell, the first black female Power Ranger who replaced Trini during the Power of Convergence arc on Power Rangers. And right now you're reading the Boom Studio comic books. She's has recently been introduced with Rocky and Tommy because they're doing that time skip. And that was very important too, like growing up as a kid, because Power Rangers played a part in so many of our lives. I'm talking to all my peers out there. Because when you're a black kid, you automatically had to be Zach unless it's your house. Then you could be Jason or Tommy when Tommy came in. Because that's like, I could do a whole deep dive. I know you were because you were a tomboy. Like that's a structure too. And if you were a black girl, you had to be the yellow one. Because all the white girls were Kimberly. Yeah. So it's like, yo, if I can't be Kimberly... Like, that's the thing, too. So, it's like one of the things.
I was always Kimberly.
I know you were. Yeah.
Damn.
Exactly.
You know?
Word. Your house, your rules.
That's right.
But so, for her to come out and be a female, a sister, a Power Ranger, that gives a whole generation of young women somebody like, okay, now I could be the Yellow Ranger because she looks like me. Because I choose to be, not by default because... the pink one's the more popular one. And I respect that shit too. And then a couple of years ago, 2-3 years ago, we had the first black Pink Ranger that debuted on it wasn't Ninja Steel, but it was Dino Thunder.
Beast Wars.
No, that's Transformers. Beast
Animorphs.
No, it's Beast Machines and Beast Wars, both are Transformers. But it's Beast Morphers and Dino Charge. But Dino Charge had the first Pink Ranger.
Yeah.
That was an African American woman. And it's not a big deal to a lot of people, but for Ranger fans and people in the black community, that said a lot. Because we went through a lot of seasons. It's over I think currently there's 22 seasons of Power Rangers
fucking
right now.
Wild.
Exactly.
And then there was that spin-off show with, I want to say it was Kimberly and Billy, Pinky and the Brain.
No, that's not how that works.
No?
But I respect the try. That definitely should have been the name of that shit because there's a whole nother layer to that. But no, even just being the first black somebody in any media is important to us because we a lot of times get looked over and unappreciated and not thought of when it comes to certain things. And just being a kid and seeing someone like you in that role makes the world a difference. Because I can be a Power Ranger.
Yes.
Like when Obama, I can be president. It's not just some shit you can say. It's some shit you can do. Yeah. So I gotta respect that.
No,
shit
absolutely.
Too.
Yeah.
And also shout out to
Is that the dance?
Yeah, he's remembering.
And shout out to Kat Graham too, who voices the first black April O'Neil on Rise of the Ninja Turtles.
That's
on
the new one, right?
Yeah, I don't watch that one, but I listened to it. I watched it a couple of them. I get it. It's just not my version of the Turtles. But it's still cool. I respect it because every generation we need a new iteration of the Turtles. And to me, April O'Neil being black is no biggie. She could be Asian.
I mean, what next? Brown. A black Spider-Man?
Yeah.
Where does it end?
It's called the Venom costume. Word, but yeah, that's me.
Okay, yeah. Well, I think that's going to go ahead and wrap us up today.
Yeah.
Thank you guys for taking the time to be here with me today. I'm so alone.
You are not alone. You are not alone.
Oh, man. I was thinking more about...
I am here for you.
See, I was thinking more Seosin. Was it Seosin?
Though we're far apart, I'm always in your heart. You and I.
Well,
I am here. No matter.
I don't even think we need an outro song anymore. So that's gonna do it. God damn it! That's gonna do it for us here today. Michelle, anything you'd like to plug, and where can the people find you?
Nothing to plug other than I'm Michelle Gideon. You can find me as Emily Gideon on Instagram.
Okay.
Word. Oh, and me? As always, you can find me on Instagram, Snapchat, Facebook, Kels for Show. You can also find me on Yo Where the Cats Is At, the second podcast that we do here on the Escaping Network. If you're in the downtown Colorado Springs area, you know where I be at normally. See me there. And yeah, if you do see me, buy me a drink. I'll buy you a drink. You know, pass it forward. We can have a good time. Yeah, man.
All right, and you can find me at Escape Velocity for the time being. As always, we record here, but our thoughts, our ideas, and our opinions do not reflect that of the store, the owner, or any of its sexy, sexy customers. They just let us record here, get naked, and talk at you, so keep that in mind while you're listening. You can also find me on Facebook. Make sure you check us out, Escaping Podcast. We're on Instagram under the same. I am there as Blue Morpho. I don't really post a lot, but maybe that'll change soon. Today we are going to leave you with We Are Young by the Double And. They are a duo here in Colorado Springs. They're two lovely ladies whose love is expressed through their music. They're fantastic. Make sure you check them out. And, yeah, I think that's going to do it today, guys. Thank you for listening. Thank you for taking the time to imagine us naked talking to you. And remember, there can only be one chum bucket.
And just because February is coming to a close does not mean you have to be boxed in and thinking that on Black History is only reserved for this month. With that in mind, you can always escape. You always could be free. And you can always acknowledge the history of this country and those that provide all of the pleasures that we benefit from at the moment. Stay uncanny, y'all.